Algernon's October with the check-in on Hip Hop United. Our next guest is a Jacksonville jewel that's bringing a creative cold front to the culture regardless of the weather. Mia Snow is in the building. Oh no, what's happening?
What's good? Thank you for having me.
Man, it's good to see you right now. I had a chance to check out the Instagram. I had a chance to listen to the tracks. I'm loving everything I'm seeing and hearing. But first, let's get into the tattoos. We were talking a little off camera about it. I got about 9 myself. I'm ready to go back and get some more, but tell me about some of the ones you had. You got the one on your neck. You've got some one on the side. I see the snowflakes. Let's talk about the art.
So I think I got like 15 or 16 tattoos right now. You was talking about my neck. That one stands out the most. That catches everybody's eye.
Yeah.
I'm always getting comments in public like, her neck tattoo fire, or look at her neck, or they'll just be staring. Like, I get stares most of the time. And how this happened, it was just crazy. I just went to my tattoo artist, and I knew I wanted to put the word snow on me somewhere because I'm an artist. But I'm like, what's going to make me stand out? So I'm just looking all over. And mind you, I didn't have a few of these tattoos back then, so I had more space. And I was just like, blast my neck. But I think that was the Casamigos talking.
I hear you. Now, I've gotten tattoos in various areas of my body. Obviously, they're painful, but the neck...
It's not what you think. My foot tattoo actually hurt worse than this. And
Really?
my foot tattoo is about this small.
Really? So it was nothing. You was just sitting in the chair. It was nothing.
I still think it was the Casamigos.
I see. You was lit. Okay,
I
that's
was
cool.
lit when I got this one.
Okay, so
But I was
that helps
still
out.
able to comprehend, so I knew what I was doing.
So you was numb. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, I got you. All right. Now, why the name Mia Snow? What does that represent?
Mia is my government name.
Okay.
And I never really was a fan of my last name. And I don't mind if I say it now, because if you look me up, yeah. But I wasn't a fan of Mia Long, so even though this sounds familiar
to kind of right, goes into
like Mia
Long.
But there's pain, a lot of pain behind that last name Long. So, and I used to be Young Snow when I was younger. So as I got older, I'm just like, I'm gonna just use my government name, but I'm gonna keep Snow. And Snow comes from various reasons. Snow Bunny, I don't like being called that. Do not call me that. I will not speak to you. I won't even answer. But Snow is when you see Snow for the first time, it's like a big smile come to your face. Actual snow. And it's pretty, it's pure, it's innocent, you know what I'm saying? It feels good to be around Snow. And that's one thing with me, I got that energy. It feels good to be around me. I put a smile on people's face. And I'm a cold motherfucker, I'm cold. So.
Okay. I like all the meanings. On your IG, and we were talking about this a second ago too. You had mentioned being a homebody and looking for some men that want to go outside and do something. Let's get into that. How's that going? And just talk a little bit more about that.
For 2 days straight, I've been getting flowers from different people. So I had mentioned that, where are the men at? And I was playing around, looking through the doors, looking in the bathroom, where's the men at? Because it seemed like in this generation, it's a lot of boys, and they don't like to do anything but sit in the house or, just mess around, or just, they don't like to be seen, because a lot of people are messing with different people nowadays. Yeah. But that's why I said, for somebody that they like, where are the men that like to do things for someone that they like? It's not tricking if you like that person. It's only tricking if you're trying to get something out of somebody just for that one time or multiple transactions. I never said a transactional relationship. I said, where are the men that want to do something nice for their girl or somebody that they like? Flowers, going outside, just doing something fun. It don't got to be $1,000 on a Gucci bag. I didn't ask for that. Okay. I just asked to go have fun.
Okay. So you're just looking for somebody to kind of take you out and do typical things and give you attention, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how does a man gain and keep your attention? How does he get to the point where he asks, what you doing?
Well, you just got to be there. You can't make me look dumb. Mind you, a lot of people know who I am, so it's not like you can come mess with me and then go mess with other, just random anybody that are probably fans of me. I've had a lot of those situations where a guy would like me and want me to link with them, and I just won't do it because you either went public or you was around people that are fans of me, females that are literally be watching me. be like, oh my God, it's snow. And then you'll post up with them like, I guess that's easy to you. So it's just, I don't know. You just can't make me look dumb. You can't be around like people that know me. You know what I'm saying? Like fans.
Okay.
I can't look stupid if I go out in public with you. That's it.
So that's some of the red flags. What's some of the green flags?
Making sure I'm fed. I love food. Food is the key to my heart. You have to feed me. Like I love food. And
What type of food?
I love Jamaican food, like curry chicken, rice, baked macaroni, all that. And then salmon and pasta is another favorite. I love salmon and pasta.
There you go.
Or salmon and grits. Like that's one of my favorites. So just stuff like that.
Okay, I like that. Now you got me with the salmon and grits right there. What's your favorite spot to go get that at?
I actually don't have a favorite spot for the salmon and grits yet because I haven't really found one. I heard there is a grits restaurant out here that's really fire in Atlanta, but so far there's a place with salmon and pasta that I love. It's in Jonesboro near my manager's crib. I forgot what it's called, but it starts with an M, and it's fire. I just love it.
Okay, can't be mad at that. Now, gear switch a little bit. Tell me how kind of growing up in a foster care home or in that system kind of influenced your life as well as your music.
Well, being in foster care, that's like one of the toughest things you could deal with as a kid. Like, because when you're a kid, all you need is love and reassurance and of course, discipline and guidance. Yeah. But majority of the time, we need love, the right kind of love. People always say, oh, it's tough love. We didn't need tough love. Not back then, not going through what I was going through. We already having it tough without the love. Why do I need tough love, too? Yeah. If I'm already dealing with these tough situations. So when you're in group homes and foster care in general, you feel like a nobody. You get actually told you're just a foster kid. You're not going to be nothing. You're this, you're that. And people don't really see a foster kid growing up and being something big until we do. And it's like a big shocker. And it's like, remember you said I wasn't nothing, or you tried to make me feel like I was nothing. Now look at me. Now I'm everything. Now what? But no, it's like we don't have nobody. And me, I grew up without like any family. I had everybody else's family. So when you living with everybody else's family, it still don't feel like a home. I don't care how many times people try to make it seem like, oh, we took this person in and we took you in, like we did this for you. No, you didn't. You had to. You was getting paid. If you saw me on the street, you would not want to take me in more than getting paid to take me in. So it never really stuck in my head that I was being like loved or cared for. I always had that feeling like I gotta go seek the love. I gotta go find real love. I gotta go find it myself because I'm not gonna get it from where I'm at. Mm-hmm. So yeah, all it is we get no love for real. So
I got you. Now, even though you were raised by a black woman, do you sometimes feel like a visitor within black culture?
It's very rare that I feel like that, but not really because I'm so used to it. Like, I got the most love from a black woman. Like, that's the most love I've ever gotten in my life was black love. So when I hear about anything I have to do with black love, I'm right there. I'm like, yeah, I was part of that. Like, my mama, that's my mom. Like, that was the only love I felt. And the reason why I feel the love from her, and she was one of my foster homes, is because at the time when I was a kid, I didn't think I was, making them happy, or I didn't think I was a good fit for them. Like, I felt like I was just, just a problem kid. So as I got older and I realized how much she supported me in my music, and she actually drove to Jacksonville when I was on tour and came to one of my shows. So it meant a lot to me, and I just started crying and everything. And like, I visited her many times on Christmas. She's only like 4 hours away, so that's my family. So when I'm in rooms with black people, I feel normal. Like, it's where I come from. I can't help what I look like. I can just help where I came from. Like, that's it.
I got you. Great story. In terms of that, definitely always need that love. Your singles, Make Your Mind, and I think it was I want to say it right. It said I don't want to.
I don't want to. I'm Southern, so
Okay. I want to make sure I say it right.
So in other words, I don't want to, but
Okay. Well, I don't want to. Got you in terms of that. Let's talk about the search for love and all these things, but let's talk about these singles.
So this album is kind of like based off of a relationship I was in for like a couple months, but it was so real. I don't know. So when we ended things, it wasn't like it was an end forever. It was like we're gonna accept that we're not gonna be together, but I still love you, and I still fuck with you. So the album is based off of that situation, and I don't want to. It's just like these are all feelings. It's like I'm in my feelings about this, but not in a sad way, like in a loving way, like in a bedroom type of way, all that. So It's just, it's an inspiration from that situation.
Okay. Love on top. Now, while hiking, you said you kind of let go of everyone and had an opportunity to kind of find peace. And you said that's one of the best things you had to do, that you've ever done.
Yes.
Talk about that.
I do not have any friends. I have acquaintances. I have people I associate with, but I do not have friends. I have people I might call family, because family is what you make it, or people in your life make you feel like they're never going to leave. So I had friends come and go, and my mama always told me, you don't have friends out here. So I took that and ran with it. So when somebody stabs me in the back, it might hurt, but I know how to let you go like that, and I'll be good. Like, I'm cold-hearted. Like, I really can love you today, and tomorrow I don't know you exist if you do something to me. So a lot of people have done me wrong, and I've broke my back to help people. Gave them somewhere to stay when I really didn't have nowhere to stay. Clothes off my back. Spent over a band looking after someone and their kid. When you got a whole baby daddy that should be doing that. I felt like I had the kid with her. And she was only around for, a few months. But I was helping a lot. Like, spending money that I was supposed to use on tour for people so they could eat. But I didn't want anything in return. I wanted to be appreciated. But when I realized one day after all that, my song dropped. And I was so excited that one of my favorite songs was dropping. And I'm like, my song just dropped. They just kind of was just like, it was like, I was with two girls at the moment and two of my friends at the time. And I was like, my song just dropped. There was like no emotion. And I was like,
where's the support?
You know who I am? I'm very humble, and I'm never going around like I'm big-headed, but did you just... Okay. All right, I feel the energy, so I just kind of left it alone. I didn't go back around. So you kind of just take things as a sign, and you move forward. And I realized I was losing more than I was gaining being around them. And when you start realizing that, you don't want to be around nobody. So I found my peace by just going and being in nature, because it's God's creation, and I'm big on God. And so when you go hiking, when you go sit by a waterfall, you can't even hear yourself talk. Like, it's so loud, like the water and all that. So it's just peaceful. All you hear is the water, the nature. Nobody's in your ear about one thing, or, oh, I felt some type of way, or I think this. There's nobody around unless you have people there with you. But being outside in God's creation is better than being around people and their twisted minds. So I'd rather be outside by a waterfall.
Okay. So being outside, how do you like touring, and what's some of the things you like to do to connect with your fans when you go in city to city?
I love touring. Like, it's not what you think, though. It's not as easy as I make it look. Like, some days you don't eat, some days you don't sleep, some days you gotta wear the same underwear, some days you can't shower. It's crazy. And there may be 16-hour rides. Like, we've driven from here to New York, and then the next day probably go to Boston or Rhode Island. Like, it's a lot of driving, and you just gotta be prepared for whatever you got coming that next day. But I love connecting with the fans. Like, every time there's a little showcase, it don't matter if there's 5 people in that room. I will go there. I don't have to perform, but I always have a choice.
Yeah.
I choose to perform because it's not about me in that moment. Like, yeah, some of them came to see me and perform for me, but it's not about me. Like, I'm there to see y'all. I love seeing different talent because we all sound different out here. So it's like, I love just hearing I love different. So I just like seeing things differently. And I've never been so closed in foster care in like those four walls. Mind you, we couldn't have phones. We couldn't have internet. We couldn't even open the door without somebody having to open it with a key. Like we couldn't go outside or nothing. So I was not exposed to the world or half the music out here until I got out here. And just being around different people in different states, it's like amazing. Like I like seeing that. There's like so many people in this world.
Yeah, so, getting an opportunity to go really touch the people out there and experience that.
I love their grind. Like they're doing exactly what I've been doing and still doing. But I'm just a little bit further.
Okay, all right. What you got coming up next?
The album dropping.
Okay,
it's like we
get a full length LP for you.
Sex Love album. So Make Your Mind's on it. I Don't Want To is on it. I did drop one of the songs from there, which is WYD. What You Doing? It's one of my favorites. But yeah, it's for the bedroom. So take it to the bedroom.
Okay, we're gonna get that same mixture of kind of rapping and singing as well.
Yes, okay. It's like a little bit more singing. Like
okay.
The most rapping I would say is like I'm like a female gunner. So regardless if I'm rapping, it's gonna be melodic. So it's like just melodic.
I like it. All right. Well, listen, we appreciate you pulling up and of course, wish you nothing but continued success. Let everybody know about your platforms and, of course, other things you may have coming up.
Yeah, you can follow me at The Real Mia Snow on all platforms, which is Instagram or Facebook, and look up Mia Snow on all platforms.
All right. Mia Snow checking in here with us right now. Again, we wish you nothing but continued success. Definitely loved hanging out in your energy. I love the tattoos and everything you bring into the table. Anybody that's interested in getting with Mia, make sure you know that she wants to be outside and she's getting flowers. So it's people definitely stepping up to the plate right about now. But Mia Snow, you've officially been checked in with Hip Hop United. Let's go.
All right.